Go for Launch, what we did this week by the Go for Launch class. Introduction. In Go for Launch, we learned a ton of cool things about science, physics, and rocketry. This presentation is a compilation of the things we did this week with Dr. G. We hope you enjoy.
On Monday, the first thing we did was create a reverse rocket. We emptied a tea bag and stood it up into a cylindrical shape. Then we lit it with a match from the top. When the flames reached the bottom, the rocket lifted up into the air and went up to the ceiling. It was really cool to watch. After that, Dr. G taught us about Newton's laws, scientific principles, and Archimedes' principle.
Then we worked throughout the afternoon to create balloon lists. We got 6 balloons, 2 straws, tapes, and rubber bands. There was a string attached from the roof to the floor that we could string our balloon straws through. We all created different balloon structures and then strung the string through with the straw. We did not tie the balloons so we could let the air go out when we needed to. We let the balloons go and they flew up to the ceiling.
And then on Tuesday, we split up into groups and then we made rockets out of balloons. And then the best design was 1 rocket, 1 balloon, instead of more than 1. And I thought that 3 would have been best because it had more power, but apparently 1 is the best amount of balloons. And then also, we wanted to make them go far on a string because they had to go like through the hallway on a string, so then the group that made them go the farthest won. And we learned about drag and how to minimize it, as well as maximize power.
Then in the afternoon, we built rockets out of paper and we basically rolled them up into different shapes and made paper fins using tape. And we attached the rocket to a straw, and whenever we blew out of the straw, we tried to make the rocket go as far as possible. And Grisham made the best rocket that went across this entire room. And we learned about aerodynamics and that whenever the rocket doesn't fly straight, it will have too much drag and then it will fall to the ground.
The first activity on Wednesday was testing how close formulas were to real life with air-powered rockets. You could change the angle at which you launch the rocket and the strength of the cap which keeps it at its side. You pumped up the launcher with air and sent it flying. Dr. G made sure that we knew the kinetic formulas and how they transfer into the real world. Next, we made match rockets, which were built by wrapping a match head in foil and making it tight. We also watched Veritasium, a YouTube channel, which taught us how air and vacuums can interact with each other.
Alright, so on Thursday, we made a couple different rockets that were powered by pressure. So with Coke and Mentos, and then baking soda and vinegar. And the way it would work, there would be some sort of reaction between them to create carbon dioxide or another gas, build up, and it would launch the rocket. And once we got back inside, we pretty much just learned about different issues that people have to face when sending rockets into space or to other orbits and planets.
On Friday, we created the structure for our egg drop, and we were allowed to use things like paper, straws, popsicle sticks, but we couldn't use any parachutes. And after we built our structures, we dropped them off on the balcony, and we see which one survived. Only one survived while the rest cracked. This taught us more about air pressure and learning what structure worked best.
In conclusion, this week we learned more about the effects of gravity in science and the science behind rockets. Throughout all of the experiments and projects, we were able to pin our knowledge and allow us to get a better understanding of the concept of rockets. Thank you, GSSM, for this one.